Welcome to Voodoo RL. This is podcast 5, part 2,
What up, guys? It's your boy Bear. I'm here with,
Odd Phantom.
and today we're gonna be talking about
Ghost Stories Part 2.
Oh my
Oh my
god, that's
God.
funny. Hey, what's going on, guys?
What up, guys? I just got back from vacation.
Yeah, my
And,
brother
you know, we've
was
been
off.
yeah. So I had to take a break. You know what I'm saying? And
We'll make sure to be on podcast every Sunday at least.
yeah, for sure. Now we're back on the grind. We need that YouTube money.
What you too many? You probably get paid to like 5 years from
Yeah, but we're back.
now. We're trying to get more subscribers, guys. So tell your friends, family, your cat, your dog, whoever. Just tell them to add us.
Yeah, they don't even have to watch us.
Yeah, they don't have to watch us, honestly.
add us.
Yeah, just
Look,
subscribe.
I
and
can
that's
assure
it.
you guys that this is gonna be one of the funnest podcasts you guys are gonna listen to.
Oh, I can't assure you that, but
I can because we're just a delight.
we're a snack.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like-
so
We're like cake. Good snack.
we're like PB and J because we're brothers. So we gotta, you gotta
PB
combination. Yeah, you know what I'm
that
saying.
peanut butter and jelly type. All right, guys. So on the last podcast, we were talking about ghost stories.
Yes. Have you guys experienced anything of that normality?
If you guys have, let us know.
Write it down in the comment section. Anything you experienced?
Yeah, we're open. We're open to things.
Yes.
We're trying new things. Well, look, I'm not really a scaredy cat, but my Odd Phantom is.
I'm not a scaredy cat. I'm just precautious. It's different.
Oh, okay. Either way, so
So you're telling me that if you see a long hallway and the lights start turning off one by one, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay here."
well, why not? Let's see what it is.
Yeah, sure. I'm running the hell out of there.
That's what I'm saying. You will. I won't. Because I want to be an investigator.
Investigator.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
I
We're just a podcast. We're not ghost hunters. We're not
dude. This is Ghost Hunters Extreme.
we're not alien hunters. Yeah. Oh man,
We're Ghost Hunters Extreme, bro.
extreme. Huh?
Extreme.
To the extreme.
Extreme.
I can actually add echo to our.
What then? What are you doing, bro?
Well, the thing is that I haven't really messed with the the effects, but I can actually add reverb and echo sound, and it actually it does. It says right here what number it is.
All right, cool. But anyways, so last if we're not mistaken, the last time we were talking about the ghost stories, my brother was giving
I was explaining how my work is kind of haunted.
yeah. So I don't know if you want to continue with that or.
Well, you know what? To be honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what we talked about the last podcast.
That's alright. Just continue if it's over. What is it called?
If we retell the story again, it don't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. That's why it's called part 2, dog.
Oh, so it's called part 2.
You know,
it's
it's
a
a
continuation of
It's
what
a refresher course
it's a
of what
refresher.
happened on the
Okay,
first
okay,
one. You know
okay,
what I'm saying?
I mean, it just experiences in my job that I haven't seen anything, but like creepy shit just has happened to me in my job. And like, just for example, I mean, like, if you guys ever worked in a facility overnight or graveyard, the lights obviously they turn
Most people have lives and they work at 8 to 5. My bad.
8 to 5. Okay, my bad. Sorry, I'm the few, the proud. Okay.
You're the vampire.
Yeah, pretty much. But the lights, like, they dim, and then the hallways, everything, they're all motion censored. The only floor that has lights that stay on is the first floor.
The first floor lights.
Yeah, in the lobby area. So when you go through like the hallways, the lights will turn on one like section at a time. And the thing is that lights right there, like, they just turn on by themselves, and like they're motion sensor. Like they ain't no flicker like makes it go off. Like, what's making it go off? You know.
So did you ever find out? Did you ever find out what it was?
No, I just stay in my little dispatch area. I don't even move. I'm not about to go see what the hell is that.
Well, you're supposed to investigate.
No, if there's anything problem with security or building issues, then I'll take
That's
care
your
of it.
job?
Yeah, that's my job. I'm not gonna go ghost hunting on my job, you know.
Why not? That's what we do. That's what we do.
No, I'm not a ghost hunter. We talk about scary shit. Different.
Well, it's kind of the same thing.
Talking about that real spooky oogie stuff.
The ooga booga.
The ooga booga, the boogie monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta remember, look, is that one of the things that a lot of Hispanic parents tell their kids growing up.
Oh yeah, all those
is
scary stories.
El Cucuy,
La
La Llorona.
yeah, La Llorona.
You know what I mean? So
Can you
it's
say
like
right?
we're technically programmed to be scared at
Pretty
a
much.
from a very young age.
Not only that, but my father, he would always tell us scary stories and stuff. especially from where he's from, Michoacan. He would always tell us like stories about how.
Well, in all reality, I think that's where we actually got our intrigueness from, like to actually do stuff.
Oh yeah, not only that,
like
but
to hear stuff, read.
but
stuff.
my father, there's this Mexican radio station called La Mano Peluda, and that's where I got my idea inspiration from, because they talk about just scary stories, and they have like people like call in and
tell their scary
tell their
yeah.
stories about or the warehouses they work at, or truck drivers, things like that. And when me and my dad, we would always he would pick me up from school. We would just be at the house eating and wait till later on, because the station goes on like around like 6
at night. Yeah.
6 at night. So then we would just go back in the car. I know we wouldn't even use radio, guys. We would go back in this car, and then just sit there and just hear these scary stories and stuff from people. And what makes it creepier, I think, is that the FMs, the AM stations, how like you can barely hear, and it's like all like you know like a lot of background noise and stuff like that. Like the connection is not that strong. So I think that's what makes it creepy. Like you're like, what are they saying?
Yeah, no, and it was a good station, honestly.
Yeah, they are on Facebook too, and
yeah, if you guys want to follow them, we're not associated with them, but
yeah, but they have some really good scary stories, man,
and stuff like that.
And that's what we kind of like want to be doing. So yeah.
So, anyways, I went on vacation. Obviously, I went to Barbados, and I honestly wanted to see like sunken ships and like actual pirate ships and stuff like that, but we didn't get to see any of that stuff.
Reason being, guys, he's crippled, so
yeah, I kind of have a disability.
He can't walk that far.
No, it's not that. It's just that we signed up for a snorkeling trip, and they said it was gonna be a sunken ship. I expected like a old wooden ship, like
wood decomposes underwater, right?
No, yeah, but this was metal. You can tell because it was rusted.
No shit. That's what I'm saying. Wood wouldn't last underwater.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like something like old, like 100 years old. That's super old. You know what I mean? But didn't have none of that stuff.
Can you stop staring at my eyes, please? You're staring right into my eyes. I feel like you're staring at my soul.
I am, dude. Yeah. And me, I don't know if you guys remember. I told you guys the experiences that I had. I think the most, I guess I would say the scariest one would be to this day. Well, not no more. But when we were growing up, I think the scariest place I ever went to was our grandmother's house. Like, it would be...
Because you would beat the shit out of us.
No, it's not because of that. It's just, you got to remember at that time, there was a bunch of scary stuff happening. Stuff would be, stuff would turn up.
Not only that, but things would be moving.
Yeah, like they'll move.
You would hear, like,
stuff.
baby crying in the background.
And then you got to remember, too, is, remember when the two little girls got locked in the room. And we tried to bust the door open.
They didn't want to open it.
It didn't want to open. It was like forced closed.
It was like a poltergeist or something. I don't know. But
yeah, and then you remember they were perfectly fine. And then they started crying out of nowhere, And that's when the door slammed shut.
Yeah.
So I would think growing up that was the scariest place for me to go to. You know what I mean? I've always been kind of curious, like,
of the paranormal
stuff.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm curious about it, but... Well, I would say I'm intrigued to hear things about it.
Well, yeah, just because you're scared and you wouldn't want to see it.
Oh, I work in the night, so if I see some shit, dude, that's it. I'm leaving straight home.
Yeah,
I don't feel good. I'm calling off.
Like, I'm sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what it is. It's like, everybody has different experiences,
or not even that, but some don't even have any experiences.
Well, yeah, some people are lucky enough to not ever experience anything like that.
Yeah, some scary stuff. Yeah, but it was at work. What was it, on Monday? And my coworker, he was like, "Hey, you know what?" I was like, "They're gonna be talking about the shadow people and shadow people and the guy with the top hat." So what is it? I'm like, "Yeah, I've heard of them." I was like, I watched a movie about it and stuff. It's like really scary. I was like, I was traumatized for 2 weeks, dude. I couldn't sleep right, dude. Honestly, that's how scary it was. But yeah, it goes on. He's like, "Hey, yeah, 6:40 a.m. They're gonna be talking about shadow people." And then I guess there's this girl that she's like a specialist in it, and she at first thought it was like aliens and stuff like that.
And where were they gonna talk about it?
It was on their station. The
radio station.
Yeah, I don't know if she was in the station or she called in, but she apparently deals with the shadow people. That she's been tried.
Honestly, I think
have her killed, and then she's like, "Oh, these beings are bad." That's why they're hidden in the shadows, and they don't like to be seen by anyone.
Mhm.
That's why they're in the shadows. She was saying.
I feel like a lot of them that do call in. I'm not saying all of them.
No, she has she's legit, dude. She has her own website.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she
I
has
was about to
like.
say, I was like,
No.
some of these people mix
I
the
forgot her
love.
name though. I can ask my coworker, but she has her own website, and like she talks about investigating these things. Like they're like unknown. You get me? But yeah, she investigates these things and stuff like that. So, but that was kind of creepy. I only listened to like a little bit of it because then I started getting creeped out. I
Well,
was
you
like,
gotta let us know. I'm down to listen to it.
oh well, it's in. I don't know if they have it saved, but I was listening to it in iHeart Radio at my job, but it was pretty much just going on about how these people are, and then that apparently the guy, because there's this being that appears, right? He looks like a shadowy guy. He looks like a shadowy guy, right?
Mhm.
And he has a top hat, like kind of like Abraham Lincoln. He had that
Yeah.
top hat. Okay, so that's how he looks, and apparently he has like red eyes. Like I mean, everybody has different accounts of seeing this guy,
Yeah.
and he pretty much tries to come and kill people and stuff like that. So. Oh god. So yeah. So apparently he tries to come and kill people and stuff like that. Yeah. And then it was just like that's the I want to say the website about. But I've researched it as well. And then there's a movie. It's pretty creepy because I mean, if I don't know if you ever noticed, like you're just like walking by and then you kind of see like a shadow move and stuff like that. Like imagine like that's like a shadow person that's following you. And then like she goes on explaining how like if people that suffer from sleep paralysis, that when you wake up and you can't move your body, that apparently like these shadow things, these people, whatever you would consider, I don't know what kind of beings they are. They're not aliens because she apparently investigated aliens as well. So that's what I'm saying. Like
Well, look, good thing you brought up that.
no, because
sleep
I suffer from sleep paralysis.
That's
That's what
what I
I'm
was
saying.
about to say.
And then I was like, I've never seen. I mean, I've seen some scary shit, but I haven't experienced like seeing some shadow people holding me down. Like
no, that's what
there
I'm
was
saying. That's
there
what
was
I'm
like instance when that because my obviously guys like I work graveyard, so my break sometimes I try to take like a little nap, little cat nap to try to get back into work on my break. Obviously, what is it? There's like obviously we have a parking lot. And it's always dark, obviously, because in the nights, the lights have to be off. Power saving.
And he sleeps where the lights at.
No. Well, though. Let me explain. So, I moved my car, and I parked it, what is it, like, up. So, it's just like a little up ramp, and I just left it there. It's dark. It's like, literally, there's no lights. So, I went, I took a nap, and then if anybody who suffers from sleep paralysis can, understand what I'm trying to explain. When you try to open your eyes,
I think you're the only one that suffers from it.
No, there's a lot of people that do. But when you try to open your eyes and like you can't open it, and like you're like forcing your eyes open, but it doesn't open. And then like I started like moving, like try to move my body, and I can't move at all. And then like I forced my eyes open so much that they open, but my body still doesn't move. So that's what happened to me. I was in the car and I turned to my left. I don't know if this was a dream, but I know I suffer from sleep paralysis because it's happened to me before. But like apparently people that suffer from this, they have like some like they see shit sometimes,
No, for sure.
So I was like, I try to force my eyes open. I'm like trying to force it, and then next thing you know, like I have them open, but I can't move my body. But it's like I can move my eyes. So I look to my left, and the mirror, the mirror of the car that you can see all the way to the back. Well, there was this like, I wouldn't say like the Grudge looking, but it was like some looking thing, like like crawling over like. White, like she had like a white. I know it was a girl for sure. A white dress. I wouldn't say a white dress, but she looked white. Yeah. And then obviously had that like long scary ass hair. Yeah, and then she was like crawling to the side of my car all the way to the mirror. And then like next thing you know, like I just like snapped out of it.
You woke up.
Yeah, I guess you would say I woke up, but I couldn't. I know I couldn't move my body because whenever I try to wake up, I start the way
that's why you should stay woke.
The way to get up. The way to get up, I start wiggling my toes. I like wiggle. I know it's funny. Like a lot of people,
actually,
a lot of people snap out of it differently.
Yeah, but that actually works.
I've learned to like calm myself down, and I just start like concentrating on wiggling my toes. And once I start wiggling my toes, then I'm able to my whole body starts like functioning.
Yeah, that's a good way to.
Yeah, my body starts functioning like properly, and then after that, like I didn't park my car up there for a cool minute, guys, because I was like, hell no, I was like, I don't want to see no shit, like. So yes, now I park it next to where there's some light. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But apparently, yeah, that she was going on about explaining how these shadow things were going on about. They're the ones that hold you down while you have sleep paralysis and stuff. But I mean,
Well,
that
look.
movie did scare me because they did show like actual like like video thing and stuff like that. And I don't know if this was just a movie or what, but the CDC got involved as well. So I don't know, but
Well, look, that's a whole different cookie to crack, bro. The CDC has a lot to do with a lot of stuff, bro. And
yeah, but
you know what I mean. So
what is it?
remember,
Yeah.
we talked about it on one of our podcasts. You
oh,
know
we
what I
were
mean?
talking about how like martial law and everything like
yeah,
that.
you know what I mean. So the CDC is involved in everything.
Oh,
So-
remember like that TV show Helix that we would have
Yeah,
watched?
yeah,
that
you know
would-
what I
how,
mean.
they,
So
how they were doing experiments on people and they made like this
Yeah, yeah.
zombie like
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like the CDC has a lot to do with everything, but this that's something else, like a whole different pickle. But yeah, like the sleep paralysis stuff. You know what I mean. It might be that like they saying that the shadow people might be holding
or like
you down,
what is it, or is actual ghost, like,
or
you
is
know?
actual something holding you down. You know what I mean.
That's what I'm
But
saying, but
you,
yeah,
like I feel like if you don't have that sense to see, you won't see, or maybe they don't want to be seen. You know
I
what
don't
mean?
know, but I've had experiences in time when like when I was explaining the part one was I seen like a shadow in the corner of my room. I was still too tired to give a fuck, honestly, because I had to go to work, guys. So I was too tired to actually care. But all I did was I reached for my phone right away. I flashed the corner. There was nothing there, and I was like, I'm too tired for this, and I went back to sleep pretty much.
Mhm.
I was like, I can't deal with this right now. Exactly. I was like, I go to work
You're
in
like,
10 minutes.
don't
Let me
have
enjoy these 10
I
minutes,
don't have
please.
the mental capacity to deal
Yes,
with
yes,
it right
yes.
now.
Why do the ghosts always have to mess with you? When you're like trying to sleep, right? It's like, are they bored or something? Like leave me alone.
Well, not that they're bored, but it's like remember how grandma used to tell us is that you should fear the living and not the dead, because the living can harm you and the dead.
My mother would tell me that, but I was like, dude, I can swing at a living person. I can't swing at I can't swing at no ghost, right? Like, how am I gonna swing at a ghost?
Like, how am I gonna defend myself?
Exactly. It's not like I carry holy water and salt and shit on me,
Well, look, you should start.
I'm not Constantine.
You should start. You should start investing in carrying holy water.
Yeah,
and
right.
some
Start,
salt.
salt crosses.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
you know what I mean.
Man, but yeah, what is it? I suffer from that, and I've had instances where I've seen things, but the most scariest thing is not being able to it's like you can't move your body, like your body doesn't function the way you want it to function, and that's what's the most scariest part.
Honestly, too, you gotta remember too is that
Remember what?
That the scariest thing for people, well, just for humans in general, is not knowing what it is. You know what I mean? I think that scares them the most because.
Well, yeah, if you see something that you can't explain,
and you don't know what it is, you're just gonna sit there
of course.
and question everything. Like, okay, I just saw this. Now, was that real? Was it fake? Like, I need some proof, And a lot of people, some people go crazy over trying to search to see what it is, where they come from.
Find the truth.
Pretty much, get down to the bottom of
Truth seeking. They want to truth seek all of a sudden.
pretty much. Because, okay, so you're telling me if you see something unexplainable, you're not going to want to research to see what you saw.
No, I'm like, take a hit of the cigarette, like, I'm too old for this shit, and then just jam, dude.
No, I'm not saying
I'm not gonna fucking investigate
no.
you, like,
No, I'm not saying investigate in the sense of, like, following it or, trying to track. I'm saying, like, looking up to see what you saw.
okay, because they're going to have pictures of what I saw, or
Well,
what?
that's what I'm saying. Aren't you going to want to see if
Fuck
somebody
no,
else has
hell
stories
no,
about
nah. It's like, do you guys see the lights? Like, I'm gonna sound like a crazy person. I'm not gonna be fucking asking nobody. I'm just gonna be like, nah, I'm fine.
Well, we are conspiracy
I didn't
theories,
see
so-
anything. Forget about it.
Oh, I guess. You can't just sweep everything under the rug, though.
I can. I got a big rug. Ooh, spooky.
Alright, guys. I don't know what that is. Alright, bro. That's kind of creepy, dog.
Yeah. Whatever. But yeah, what is it? So going on about pretty much the podcast, guys. Sorry about not being able to do it like every
Not
week,
active,
like we said.
yeah. You know what I
Active.
mean?
We're trying to do it.
Yeah, sometimes we just get busy or we get drunk.
Yeah, pretty much on the weekends. Yeah, just drink a lot. Well, I stopped drinking for a while, guys, so I haven't drank. But yeah, we want to go around about talking about what we're gonna talk about as well. The podcast that we're gonna be talking about, the the next ones to come. Why are you looking at me with that? Why are you looking at me with that stupid face? Like, we will have to tell what are we gonna talk about?
Oh, we're gonna talk about the Heavenly's Gate.
No, it's called Heaven's Gate.
Oh, Heaven's Gate. It's
an occultist.
A cult group.
Yeah, I mean,
when we were actually looking for scary stories, to bring you guys some scary stories and stuff like that, I was actually it was the most weirdest thing ever. I was on YouTube looking up scary stories and everything, and obviously a lot of them on YouTube are fake. You know what I mean? Some might be real, but I was trying to find some really scary one, and then I came across like the 10 most like interesting kind of like scary things. So they talk about how there's a occultist group called the Heaven's Gate, and pretty much if they commit mass suicide with all of them, they're able to get into heaven with no problem.
No, you're totally wrong.
That's what they told me when I was reading it.
Yeah, the motherfucker's lying to you. No, the cultists. So apparently there's this comet. There's this comet. Halley's Comet only passes around like every 5,000 years, 3,000 years, some bullshit like that. But that apparently, I mean, dude, like we're just fucking telling them already what we're gonna talk about next week. Okay, well, apparently that every 5,000 or 3,000 years, this Halley Comet passes by. So apparently these guys committed mass suicide, and their bodies were gonna be ejected to the comet, and they were gonna like fly off or some shit.
All right, hold on.
And the funniest thing,
they're saying that they can barely hear us. Can you guys let us know if you guys can hear us?
Is it like low?
Is it better or is it low? He says we sound kind of. It's like we're not loud.
Not loud enough?
No. He said you could barely hear us.
Hold on, give me a second. I don't want to put it too loud, because then, then they can hear stuff in the background. What is it? Sorry, guys. Obviously, this is live, so it's not pre-recorded. You can hear shit in the background.
Yeah, you're gonna hear stuff.
But how about now? I mean, it should be. It's because we haven't been that close to the mic, probably. Because
I think that's what it is. Normally, we're really close to the mic.
We're really close to the mic. I was kind of far, maybe, from the mic and stuff. So, yeah, guys, sorry. But yeah. So apparently, these guys committed mass suicide to go. But the funniest thing that was that they left 2 people alive to monitor their website. Can't imagine that shit, dude. They left 2 people alive still, like, hey, well, we need 2 motherfuckers. Like, oh yeah, I would have volunteered myself. Like, hey, I'm not trying to kill myself,
Yeah, they're gonna volunteer. Yeah, but that's what we're gonna be talking about next.
We're talking about
Sunday. We're gonna bring to you guys more podcasts.
Yeah,
we're gonna we have a Twitter, and we have a Facebook page.
Yeah, Facebook page
that you can find us at. It's Voodoo RL XX.
Yeah, well, my brother will link it down in the YouTube channel.
If you guys have any ideas of anything, like if something you might have came across, something you found that was bizarre, anything that intrigues you, anything that's scary,
Yeah, any comments, stuff like that. Let us know.
Because we don't only talk about just scary stuff. We're like conspiracy nuts.
Well, yeah, it would be like anything saying like, oh, there's a hole that opened up in Alabama or something like that. Just different types of things like that. Then we'll explain or talk about as well. So just like unnatural occurrences around the world and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much that's what we'll be talking about, guys.
And we're gonna bring you the regularly
podcast. This will be a short one, but
this is a short podcast because
we just wanted to get back and let you guys know that hey, we're here.
Pretty much.
We haven't forgot about our 21 subscribers. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank all you guys.
Tell your family, your friends, your cats. Everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah, even people in the street be like, hey, follow me.
Yeah,
I don't care if you listen to me, just follow me.
Yeah, just be like, hey, dude, have you heard this?
They're awesome.
This podcast is awesome.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next Sunday, and, we'll talk about Heaven's Gates and maybe bring up some other topics about what's going on in the world.
Or maybe other occults.
Oh, yeah. The cults, too. All right, guys. Thanks.